All right, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to Changing the Game, my crypto coaching mini digital course. We're going to dive right into today. This is going to be the breakdown on bearish versus bullish divergence. This is going to be one of the best indicators that you can use as far as trading crypto. And as soon as you master this technique and you can actually spot divergence when it's happening, I promise you will probably increase your profitability as a trader by 50, if not 75%. Let's dive in. Let's get it.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up, way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up, now we gon' way up.
And if it's your first time coming to the channel, swing by. I got two playlists I want you guys to check out. Check out my Bybit beginner tutorials. This will explain why I think Bybit is the absolute best exchange and why Bybit actually pays you to open up trades. And then if you sign up for my crypto coaching digital course, start over here on video V1, V2, V3. They should all be in order. Watch them in order, and that's where you actually want to start. And then as far as where my private Telegram is posted, if you come over here to my community tab, you click on the community tab. You need to be on a desktop because mobile browser doesn't work. And then scroll down and you'll actually look for the post that says members only private Telegram. All right, squad. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to show you guys what divergence is before we actually dive in, so you guys can see exactly how accurate this is and how much better of a trader it's going to make you. We can see right here where Bitcoin peaked out at. This peak on the push up to the upside right here was 35,322. And then what happens? We see price reverse. We see price starting to push down. It retraces and it comes back up here to the upside. And what does it do? It makes a higher high and then it starts to push the downside. So at that exact point right there, so at this exact point right here, we had price making higher highs. And if we look over here at RSI, we can see that RSI was making a double top. So you see a double top on price, you see price making higher highs. What does that tell you? If you guys jump over here to my website, you can see the divergence cheat sheet that I got off Google. If you just take a look and we're looking for what? Price was making higher highs and what was RSI doing? Down here on the bottom, you can see RSI making equal highs. You see price making higher highs. Bearish divergence. So this is reversal divergence as well. So you have hidden continuation divergence where when you're already trending downward and you see bearish divergence, it's most likely going to mean that price is going to continue to push to the downside. Now you also have reversal divergence where exactly what we were looking at here, right? Price was continuing to push to the upside. It was making higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. Then it got up here and it made that one last higher high. And as soon as it made higher high, we see divergence over here because RSI instantly double topped. And if you zoom in here really close, you can actually see, it's dead on double top. It's perfect double top, perfect as you can get. Now, and it talks about taking readings on RSI and looking for bearish divergence. RSI is on a scale of 1 to 100, 70 being overbought, 30 being oversold. So anytime you see price, break out down in this zone, and again, here you see RSI making lower highs. Over here, you see RSI making lower lows. You see it break out below that 30% range. Now let's take a look at another example. Over here, what do we see? We see price at 34,899. And we see price over here at 34,818. So again, really close to being a double bottom on price. So if you take a look right over here, when price was at 35,235, price over here at 34,898. So we have price making lower lows. And what do we have RSI doing over here? We have RSI making equal lows. And what does that tell you? When price is making lower lows and RSI is making equal lows, what does that tell you? That tells you you have bullish divergence. So now that you guys actually understand how divergence actually works, let's go ahead and let's jump over here and let me walk you guys through. We're going to break down each one of these divergences. So when we're talking about divergence, the first divergence I want to show you guys is all about bullish divergence. So if we take a look, and one thing we're going to have in common here, when we're talking about lower lows, higher lows, equal lows, we're always talking about bullish. And why is that? Because most of the time you're referring to what they call a double bottom. So when price finds a low, pushes back to the upside, comes down, finds support, and tests that same area, that is your support. So when RSI is double bottoming or price is double bottoming, that's normally a pretty good indicator that you're going to have some type of reversal divergence. So we're just going to walk through each one of these, and then I'm going to put this up on my website where you guys can actually download this for free as long as you're subscribed to my channel. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see these candles representing price. You're going to see price movement, price coming to the downside, finds a low, pushes back up, gets rejected, and starts to make what you call lower lows. So you see this low right here, to this low right here. That is your lower low. And then what do you expect to happen? Price is making lower lows. RSI over here making higher lows. What do we consider that? Bullish divergence. What do you expect to happen? You expect price to break out and reverse that downtrend and make a major push back up to the upside. Same thing over here. What do we see here? We see RSI making equal lows. Now, does it matter if price is making lower lows, equal lows, or higher lows? Absolutely. If price is making lower lows, it is considered to be bullish divergence. Now, if price is making higher lows, it's also considered bullish divergence. Now, what do we see? We see RSI making higher lows. And what did I just explain? Is RSI making lower lows bullish divergence? Is RSI making higher lows bullish divergence? Absolutely. As soon as we see RSI starting to make higher highs, that's a pretty good indicator that if price is double bottoming or RSI is making higher highs, it is considered to be bullish divergence. So you see over here, price making equal highs, RSI making higher highs, bullish divergence. Just like I explained before, we have this is called reversal divergence. So instead of continuation divergence, this is more than likely reversal divergence. And this is when you see RSI making lower lows and we see price making, wait for it, what? Equal lows. Price is making equal lows, RSI making lower lows, hidden reversal divergence. So price was originally pushing to the downside, price comes down, double bottoms, RSI starts making lower lows, hidden bullish divergence. Most likely you're going to see a reversal in price and price will start to push to the upside. Now again, we have RSI doing what? Making lower lows. And now if we're looking for bullish divergence, what do we need to see price do? We want to see price making equal lows. So before you saw RSI was making higher lows, price was making equal lows, bullish divergence. But over here we see what? Price making higher lows. RSI is still making lower lows. Again, hidden bullish divergence, letting you know that more than likely price is going to reverse and start making a bigger push to the upside. Now, the last type of hidden bullish divergence, what do we have over here? RSI making equal lows. Now, what do we have over here? We have RSI doing what? Making equal lows. Over here, we're going to be looking for price to do what? We know we don't want to see two double equal lows, although that could be a sign of, price is going to push to the upside, but we're looking for the difference when RSI is acting different than price. So over here we see price doing what? Making higher highs, and we see RSI over here making lower highs. What kind of divergence is that? Hidden bullish divergence, continuation, price is going to reverse and start pushing to the upside, or price had already reversed, started pushing up to the RSI, or price had already started to reverse. We see price starting to make higher lows. RSI finally double bottoms. That's going to be a good indicator that price is going to start to push to the upside. So now let's go over just a few key tips about hidden divergence, and then we're going to jump into bearish divergence. So hidden divergence is a standard. So hidden divergence is like standard divergence, where the price of an asset and an indicator move in the opposite directions. It can tell you ahead of time it can be a very good indicator. It's probably one of the only indicators that can tell you ahead of time when a trend is most likely going to continue or going to reverse in the opposite direction. If price of an asset starts to make a series of lower lows and RSI starts making a series of higher highs, that is a sign that the downtrend will most likely continue. Divergence is just one tool in your toolbox, guys. You should always look for multiple signs of confirmation when entering or exiting any trade. So never just trade just off divergence. You want to actually understand how the market's playing out. That's just some key things. And then last but not least, wait for the trade you want. Don't take a trade. The first thing we're going to want to do when we're setting up our RSI is we're going to want to make sure we come over to the RSI settings tab. So we're going to jump over here on Trading View. We're going to go up to indicators. We're going to search RSI. We want to make sure that we're just using the relative strength index. Go ahead and check that. That'll open up RSI into your chart over here. I have RSI and Bitcoin on both charts. I come up here to split my screen. I make sure I have two screens open. I come over here, I double click. I make sure I got Bitcoin on both screens. I come up here, I make sure I'm on the 1 hour, and I'm making sure that my candles are the same. When I'm in a downtrending market, I'm always using the regular candles. When I'm in a bull market, I'm always using the Heikin-Ashi candles. That being said, over here, when we're looking for divergence, for example, as far as I can trust them, and that they have the best fees and everything about that exchange as far as user-friendly goes, price, it's great. It's a great exchange. I wouldn't recommend any other one. All right, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is my Chasing the Come Up crypto coaching mini series. This is going to be part two. This is partly to promote the launch of my new digital course that's going to be rolling out in August, and then also promote the trading competition that Bybit's doing. So if you guys sign up, depending on how much you deposit, you're going to get at least $15. And I got a great video which shows you how to make a ton of money, free money, just signing up on Bybit. So this isn't a bait and switch. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. If you guys trade on Bybit versus any other exchange, every time you take $10,000 worth of trades on any one of these other exchanges versus Bybit, Bybit is one of the only exchanges that actually pays you to trade. So when I open and close trades, because I'm trading as a maker, I'm getting paid $5 every $10,000 that I place in trades. Now, Coinbase, for example, you lose 100, Bittrex 72. So if you guys like giving your money away to these exchanges that are pretty much robbing you guys blind anyways, by all means, keep using these exchanges. But if you guys want to learn how to actually trade crypto and be profitable, a lot of times, 1 or 2% is all you're going to make on a trade. So if you're giving 0.5% away to Coinbase, I mean, you have to get up in that trade $100 just to get in the profit. So this is why I promote for Bybit. That's about it. I mean,